It's your boy. We back, baby. We back for another episode of the Rock and Roll Rebels Show, baby. And I'm your man, Thunder Dan, baby. We out here bringing the news, baby. We're bringing the real news, not that fake news. You know what I'm saying? Like and sub up. Hit that notification bell. And the juice is loose. The juice is dead. O.J. Simpson has passed away. He was a legend. He was a legend. He's probably one of the most well-known figures of all time. Everybody knows him. Even if you're probably 15, 16 now, you know about O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson was a running back for the Buffalo Bills, very famous, the first one to get 2,000 yards. He was in commercials. He was in TV shows. He was in movies. He was in A Naked Gun. You know, the juice, baby, O.J. Orenthal James Simpson. You got the Kardashians. You got Robert Kardashian was a lawyer. You got Johnny Cochran. What was it? Marsha something. Judge Ito. Kato Kalin. O.J. Simpson was probably one of the most famous people of all time. And then he decided to commit murder. Murder. It's murder. But allegedly. But we're going to go through the whole timeline, the whole thing. I mean, it was a different time. O.J. was on top of the world. It was 1994. I was a young lad, baby, baby brain, baby everything. Didn't see the world as I see it now. And I remember watching the finals. It was the finals, the NBA finals. It was like game 5. We was all hanging out. The homies was all hanging out. We was doing what we do. We was having fun. And then all of a sudden, they broke away, and O.J. is on the run. He's in the white Bronco, A.C. Collins. O.J. Simpson told him I got a gun to his head. They're like, what? Nicole Brown Simpson is murdered. Ron Goldman is murdered right outside the front door. And the trial was wild. Everybody was watching it. We were so intrigued. It was like, it was the thing. Cable news was new, court TV. Now, think about this now. That was like probably one of the most watched things of all time. Probably hundreds of millions of people were watching it. Now, nobody watches cable news. Is court TV still around? I don't think it is. You know, YouTube. There was no YouTube. There was no Twitter. There's no X, no Facebooks, no MySpaces. It was Marilyn Manson removing his rib rumors floating around. You know what I'm saying? It was a great time. It was a great time to be alive. And I look back at those times, and I wish we could have kept those times. But life throws hand grenades at you sometimes. You got to make lemon out of the lemonade, they say. And the O.J. trial was something else. It felt like, because you had the Rodney King. I don't know if you know about Rodney King. It was when the LAPD beat up a black man that was on meth and all this other stuff. And there was riots. Reginald Denny, I don't know if you heard of him, but he was the truck driver that got pulled out of the truck, got hit with a brick. So you got to remember, it's a jungle out there. This is just 1994. Protect yourselves at all times. But O.J. Simpson is dead, and a lot of people are reminiscing. So I figure I will reminisce with y'all. And for the ones that don't know about O.J. Simpson, a lot of people just know O.J. Simpson as being on trial. But O.J. Simpson was a running back. O.J. Simpson was a movie star. He was the man. He was the man back in the day. You know what I'm saying? He was doing commercials before I was even born. He was running the ball before I was even born. And then in 1994, I guess he was out. Nicole was out with Ron Goldman. Ron Goldman was supposedly returning some sunglasses to her house. OJ, I guess, was stalking because he's wearing like a knit cap. And that's where if it doesn't fit, you must have quit. You also got the glove. All that famous stuff came from. So it's wild. So let's play the reaction in court. This is the reaction. There's a lot of different reactions. Oprah Winfrey. I don't know if you know who Oprah Winfrey is, but she's shady. She's very shady. We're not going to get into all the conspiracy theories about Oprah Winfrey. But she had a show where they were reacting to it. And I remember being in high school. I was in high school. I think I was a sophomore, maybe a junior. And they rolled the TVs in. That's back when we had to roll TVs in. They were on carts. They were strapped down. They had like a VCR. Y'all like, what's a VCR? It's sort of like a DVD player. But y'all like, what's a DVD player? It was our streaming services back in the day. And that's everybody was watching. Everybody was captivated by the O.J. Simpson trial. I mean, it was the trial of trials, trial of the century. And it was wild. People were tuning in, just paying attention to everything. And people drew sides. They drew sides. I think back then I was on the side of O.J. didn't do it, but everybody knew he did it. But we're like, oh, no, O.J. going to get off. But and then that was the question back then. Did he do it or did he didn't do it? You know what I'm saying? You'd be out at a party or something, hanging out, trying to get some girls or something. And that's conversation piece. You'd be like, did he do it? Did he didn't do it? And it would just strike up a conversation. So everybody, I think, knew it. And I guess they made it into like some type of race war because they had that Mark Furman guy talking about if he said the N-word or not and all this other crazy stuff. They all wanted to be stars. I remember the big deal was when Marcia Clark, I think that's when Marcia Clark came in with a new hairdo. That's when you know it was getting real. She's like, oh, my old hairdo was trash. And then she came in with like a perm and all that. And everybody was up in the uproar. It was exciting times. It's hard to bring back all these memories because, you know what I mean? It just happened. And then I was following OJ on Twitter and X or whatever. And then I went back to find out that he hasn't tweeted since February. So I guess he was in hospice and he would come out not in hospice. So, and I guess he would say goodbye for now, Twitter. You know what I'm saying? That was this thing, something like that. But let's play this reaction. This is the courtroom reaction back in October 3rd, 1995, if you want to go back. And it was exciting times. It was just exciting times. It was different times. Back then, I think we didn't understand what the United States government and everybody was doing, but here it is. Let's play this up, and let's get a reaction.
All right, Mr. Simpson, would you please stand and face the jury? Mrs. Robertson.
Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles. In the matter of the people of the state of California versus Orenthal James Simpson, case number BA097211. We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant Orenthal James Simpson not guilty of the crime of murder in violation of Penal Code Section 187, a felony upon Nicole Brown Simpson, a human being, as charged in count 1 of the information.
And then that's the people, they was going nuts. It's like we wanted OJ to get off. God bless me. We wanted OJ to get off because it was like, sticking it to the man, I feel like. And it wasn't about him being a murderer or allegedly being a double murderer and all that stuff. So, I mean, it's silly times to think about what it was like back then. But, hey, we're here now in 2024. I mean, that was 30 years ago. It was 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And I can remember like yesterday watching with my mom and my pops. They was all excited. We'd like compare notes. You know what I'm saying? Growing up and getting up, driving to school or whatever. But it was like a thing. It was a thing. It was a great time. I always look back at it on fun. And I think we need to bring back more fun. You know what I'm saying? But they had all types of stuff too. And here's the Oprah Winfrey show. Like the Oprah Winfrey show had it. And like it was different. It's like, I don't understand. Like the black people wanted them off and it seemed like the white people, but I wasn't. I was, I'm white. I'm Irish. So I do have a, whatever. I don't want to get too involved in it. But I wanted OJ to get off. I knew he did it because that was like DNA evidence was getting introduced and all this stuff. Kato Kalin, you know what I'm saying? Like he just had this guy living back there. So it was wild. It was wild times. It was fun times. I feel bad for the people that died and no longer here. But OJ now, you know what I'm saying? OJ now, you know what I'm saying? Heaven and hell. OJ might not be seeing Nicole. He might not be able to give her a hug. I believe he said he would give her a hug when he went to heaven. But let's pull this up. And this is the Oprah Winfrey show back in the day. Oprah Winfrey had a talk show. She's like Oprah Winfrey was the Joe Rogan for women. And Joe Rogan, you know what I'm saying? He's for the men now. So the men got their Oprah, and then Oprah was for the women. You know, she was the Joe Rogan back in the day. But let's play this reaction. I thought this was wild.
Case number BA097211. We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant Orenthal James Simpson not guilty of the crime of murder in violation of Penal Code Section 187A, a felony upon Nicole Brown Simpson, a human being, as charged in count 1 of the information. Superior Court of the State of California, County of Los Angeles, in the matter of the people of the State of California versus Orenthal James Simpson. We, the jury, in the case number BA.
It's wild. You see what I'm saying? And it's wild. She's shocked. You know what I'm saying? Because we all knew it. But we all felt like, too, when you're watching the trial, like, oh, he might get off. Because the dream team, baby, the dream team was very good. You know what I'm saying? If the glove don't fit, you must have quit. You know what I'm saying? They had all the slogans out there. It gave us everything. But the most disturbing part was OJ, like a couple years later after the trial, he did some BBC interview. And then he also wrote a book, like If I Did It, and all this stuff. So OJ knew he did. I think OJ was on the Nelk Boys, too. OJ was on the Nelk Boys, and they tried to press him for it right before he had cancer. I don't know what kind of cancer OJ had, but he was last tweeting in February of this year. And then it all went downhill real quick. So I don't know. Maybe the doctors, you know, didn't want to help him out as much. I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to do their Hippocratic oath or something. But here's the most disturbing part, where this is probably how OJ did it. And then re-seeing this is like, oh, so that's how OJ did it, because it wasn't in a house. It was outside the gate. So they opened up the gate or something. OJ's probably like, hey, behind the gate. Maybe he climbed over the gate. And then they came through the gate, and then he just slash. And there you go. But this was disturbing. So let's play this. Since we're on the whole O.J. Simpson, the juice is loose. And let's pull this up, because this is wild. This is 100% wild. This is like, what? What the hell? O.J. on one for this. O.J. on one for this.
If you promise that you will not ask me another question about the case. I will never ask
you again.
We won't have to talk about it anymore.
Just did you do it?
No, I didn't. Nope. Did not do it.
After we finished filming, OJ said to me that he had a surprise for me, and I genuinely was surprised. I think it was his idea of a joke. And this is it.
If you promise that you will not ask me.
What they doing? Kill. Let's play this again. Replay.
And this is it.
Got them crazy eyes. Yeah, OJ allegedly did it. I'm going to go on record. If you had to ask me, you'd be like, hey, D, did OJ do it? And I would look you in the eye, and I would tell you, hell yeah, he did it. Hell yeah, he did. He was in a jealous rage. And he had it all. Oh, he was on top of the world, baby. He was on top of the world, had it all. But he's a dummy, bro. He's a big dummy, and he's paying for it today. He's paying for it today. God bless Cole Simpson and Ron Coleman. Hopefully they didn't have him resting in peace. But let's change the gears up. Let's change the gears up, because this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring you the real news. Christopher Wray was testifying, and I guess there's still a threat out there, he's saying. But why wouldn't there be a threat? When you let in millions and millions of illegal immigrants in 3 years from countries that do not like America, why wouldn't there be threats? You saw the stuff in up in Michigan where they're chanting death to America. So I want you all to stay safe and Make sure you protect yourselves at all times. You know what I'm saying?
Look at this dumb mother.
Because I'm just an idiot, so I'm just out here protecting me, baby. We got, you know what I'm saying? You see. Never more than 10 feet away, baby, so in case I got to swan dive into something, you know what I'm saying? And like I said yesterday, I ordered that Strike Man. I need to get a sponsorship. Anyone want to sponsor the Rock and Roll Rebel Show? Y'all liking up? Does anybody do anything anymore, bro? Come on. Anybody do anything anymore? Come on now. And then let's play the Christopher Wray. Y'all killing me out here. Y'all killing me out here, baby. Let's get the juice off here. And let's play this Christopher Wray. He was up, and they gassed him up a couple times. Let's get him here. He's talking about, I guess there's a brand new audio recording of Joe Biden with the documents where the ghostwriter says, I found the documents. Or Joe Biden says, I found the classified documents downstairs. You know what I'm saying? But they want to get Trump. That's what I'm saying. This is a whole tier 2 justice system. We got to wipe this stuff out. And I hope Trump comes in with Trump can wipe this stuff out, or somebody, Vic Ramaswamy. I need a strong VP from Trump that's going to dismantle the deep state. They got to be dismantled. And also there's homeboy sent me a Twitter DM. I got to get into this. Big Mark sent me something. There's some Zion book. I'm going to try to go over that this week. We're going to get into that because it reminds me of like when all the Clintons were together and the Bushes and the Obamas. They were at George Bush's funeral, and they had the note, and all the notes fell out. I'm still curious about what that note was. They're all like it said they know everything, but we're going to get into all that. But let's play this Christopher Wray right here, because Christopher Wray gets called out. This is like 6 minutes. I'm not going to play the whole 6 minutes. Play about 2 minutes of it. You can go to my Twitter at Rock and Roll Rebel and watch the whole thing. But this is Christopher Wray up here. It's just squirming. He's squirming up here. He can't answer the questions. And then we're going to get into why there's still a national threat out here.
Hey, have you read Robert Hur's special counsel report?
I have reviewed it.
Do you believe Joe Biden mishandled classified information?
I'm not going to discuss the report. That's the special counsel's report, and I've referred
In your opinion as director of the FBI, do you believe he mishandled classified information?
Again, I'm just going to refer to the report, and the special counsel can speak for himself on his report.
Are you aware, and this is breaking news right now, are you aware that there's an audio recording of Joe Biden saying to his ghostwriter in February of 2016, quote, I just found all the classified stuff downstairs, end quote? Are you aware of that audio recording?
Again, I would just respectfully refer you to the special counsel.
No, I'm asking you, are you aware as director of the FBI? You're either aware or you're not.
I'm aware. Am I aware of what now?
Whether the audio exists of Joe Biden saying in February 2017, quote, I just found all the classified stuff downstairs, end quote, to his ghostwriter.
Again, I'm just going to refer to the special counsel and his testimony and his report.
Yeah, see, he don't want to answer shit. He's a bum. He's a deep stater. But here's Christopher Wray, too, because they're also talking about a threat. You know what I'm saying? There's a threat out here. And they had the whole FISA thing. FISA's still alive. It's still alive. It's not canceled. It's not dead. So we got to get it dead. Same with the Patriot Act. It's all just crap. It's the same thing with 9/11 where they bring down buildings and all of a sudden they want to go overseas and take over the whole country. And then they're talking about ISIS. They're talking about ISIS. You know what I'm saying? They're saying ISIS attacked the Russia concert hall. Vladimir Putin came out and said it got Ukraine ties. So I guess they're bringing back ISIS. They're going to blame everything on ISIS or Russia. They don't do shit about China doing that. And China's bringing over a lot of people. So, I mean, we got to protect ourselves at all times. But here's Christopher Wray. Other stuff about how the agencies are just trash. So we're going to play this for a little bit, and then we're going to get on out of here and let y'all, you know what I'm saying, do what y'all do, baby. Do what y'all do.
Thank you, and good afternoon, Chairman Rogers, Ranking Member Cartwright, members of the committee. I'm proud to be here today representing the roughly 38,000 men and women who make up
38,000 people in the FBI
every day. Threats. So I'd like to start out by thanking you and the rest of the committee for your support. I also realize the reality of the environment we're in today, where so many agencies are dealing with tightening budgets. And this year, the FBI is one of those agencies. With our fiscal year 2024 budget having now come in almost $500 million below what the FBI needs just to sustain our 2023 efforts. And candidly, this could not have come at a worse time. When I sat here last year, I walked through how we were already in a heightened threat environment. Since then, we've seen the threat from foreign terrorists rise to a whole nother level after October 7th. We continue to see the cartels push fentanyl and other dangerous drugs into every corner of the country, claiming countless
close the border.
American lives. We've seen a spate of ransomware and other cyber attacks impacting parts of our critical infrastructure and businesses, both large and small. Violent crime, which reached alarming levels coming out.
I can't play this. I can't play that. No Diddy. I can't play that. That guy's an idiot. He's just basically lying. He's 100% lying, everybody. He's out here begging for money, begging for taxpayers' money, our money, we the people's money. When we see our money out of control, inflation, everything's out of control. Forget that. Forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Forget about it. But tomorrow, baby, tomorrow is FNCS on Fortnite. I might not be able to go live. Maybe I go live afterwards. One of my children wants to enter the competition. I told him we're going to get smoked. But he wants to enter, and I believe it's like 6 or 7 games you get to play. But it's peace and love out there. It's peace and love. Make sure you like and sub up, baby. Like and sub up. Come on, see that? Like and sub up. And we out here doing our thing, baby. We out here doing our thing. Make sure you stay safe. Protect yourselves at all times. God loves you. Stay blessed. And I'll see you all later, baby. Peace and love.
I see her rolling up.